play crowded bars for a few bucks in the hope of being discovered.
Yes, come on, let's go.
For Joe Don Rooney, Jay DeMarcus, and Gary LeVox, walking down this famed alley wasn't always like this. At one time, it was humbling.
I remember the first time walking down here, Jay and I, looking at the wall out there of all the names that have played and walked down these streets, like Hank Cochran and Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash, and all the history in this alley.
Back then, Gary and Jay, cousins, had a band that played a weekly gig at the Fiddle and Steel Guitar Bar.
There was a cigarette machine that sat right over there.
You remember all this?
I do, very vividly. And I used to set the keyboard up by the cigarette machine.
When the group's regular guitar player called out sick one night, entered Joe Don, a last-minute replacement.
Joe, did you know any of the songs?
Yeah, I did. I knew them all. Never forget, the first song we did was Church on the Cumberland Road.
And we hit the chorus, and it was like everything went in slow motion for just a second, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I never will forget that first time of hearing us together. It was like, man, we've been doing this for years. This is nothing to do this.
And so, Rascal Flatts was formed. Now, 15 years later, the trio was back on stage where it started. For one last bittersweet encore before the Fiddle and Steel meets the Wrecking Ball.
You call yourself the home of Rascal Flatts.
Right.
That's your official title?
That's our official title. And everybody asks, why are you the home Rascal Flatts? I'm like, they were a Tuesday night band. They got their start here.
It's nice to actually be in here and somebody actually know one of our songs.
Yeah.
Their salary, $40 a piece, plus tips.
Whole payment thing, I'm like, oh, we're going to split 3 days now.
The tip jar is like 27 cents for one
I
night.
made 27 cents Lester in one night.
9
Here.
cents a piece.
It's been a long time since Rascal Flatts played for tips or in a venue this small. And of course, back then, famous faces like Steven Tyler didn't exactly just pop up in the audience to hear them.
Do you realize how many people come to this town with a guitar over their back? How many people have been in this room hoping that that's their story?
I know. Yeah, we still have friends that play down here. It was a dream getting a gig here on Tuesdays at the Fiddle and Steel Guitar Bar. So to any other level past that, it's been amazing.
This final show was put together by Sirius XM Radio, which broadcasted it live.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I was honored to not only be invited by the guys to introduce them, but to play bass on a performance of their brand new single. Since their start here in 1999, Rascal Flatts has recorded 15 #1 singles and was inducted into the Grand Ole Opry. On this night, however, it was about reliving their roots.
we will forever be indebted to the Fiddle and Steel.
We're sending off this beautiful club in style. This is the last time we will take that stage.
But they won't forget this narrow alley where it all began. Even as they ride the fast lane with miles and miles of open road ahead.
And the Fiddle and Steel is being bulldozed. It's going to become that part of Printer's Alley is going to become a hotel. And by the way, the new single that I played on is called Riot. Beautiful song. I was honored to play on it.
I loved it. We were listening to a little bit of it this morning before the show started. Where does the name come from? I've always wondered.
It came from that bar. They get together. They didn't have a name. They tried out a couple of names, and one guy goes, "Hey, I got one." Back in the 70s, I had a garage band called Rascal Flatts. You want that name? So they did a deal on the back of the napkin. $5,000 they paid them. They got the name Rascal Flatts.
I think it was worth the $5,000.
It worked out.
They've gotten it back into its great story. It's really fun.
They're great guys. Really have had a great time.
I love it. Lester, thanks.